Okay, let me first feed it some ink so that I don't run out of ink in the middle. So the beginning is just like what we did previously. Assume objects, or okay, we don't have to assume objects, consider objects x, x prime, y and y prime such that x is equal to x prime and y is equal to y prime. Now we have to prove that x comma y is equal to x prime comma y prime. The two ordered pairs are equal, but now our definition is slightly different. However, you can see that from these assumptions you can prove that x comma y is equal to x prime comma y prime in much the same way what we did before. Okay, how should I write this? Then we can prove in a way similar to the first definition. Okay, so this part can be done. You just argue like this: since x is equal to x prime, y is equal to y prime, so the set x comma y will be equal to the set x prime comma y prime, and then using that and again this equation, you directly get that the two ordered pairs are equal. Okay, now conversely, assume this. From this we now have to prove that x is equal to x prime and y is equal to y prime. And here the thing becomes somewhat complicated, because x itself may or may not be a set. Note that we are just simply given, previously also we had the same thing, but we did not have the extra complication, because if you remember, we talked about one hierarchy of sets where we have some primitive objects, then sets of primitive objects, then sets whose elements are either primitive objects or sets of primitive objects, and so on. In the previous definition, we had elements which belonged to the same hierarchy. The definition was like this: both the elements are sets of objects, okay, which belong to the same hierarchy. Either you can think of these as primitive objects or these as sets. However, here we definitely have a situation where we have elements from different hierarchy. The object x lies at one stage of the hierarchy. This object lies above that stage, in the next rung of the hierarchy. So figuring out that x is equal to x prime and y is equal to y prime, these equations, although they are just equations, but I mean, what can I say? To prove this, we have to, how do I put it into words? We have to use the fact that X is a set when it is a set, and also when X is not a set, when it is not a set. Okay, let's just go through the solution. I think what I'm saying is going above your head and my head also. So let us just see what we have here instead of just rambling about it. Okay. So first of all, we consider the case when X is not a set. Okay. If X is not a set, then we must have X is equal to X prime, since X prime comma Y prime is already a set. Because X belongs to the left hand side set, it has to belong to the right hand side set. But if X is not a set, it cannot be equal to this clearly, since this is already a set. So here we directly get the fact that X is equal to X prime. Okay. And because of that same thing, we also get the fact that this set is equal to this set, because these two are not sets and these two are sets. So equality is obvious. I mean, individual equalities. Hence, we also have this. Okay. So we have this. Now, if X is equal to Y, then we can argue like before. To conclude that Y is equal to Y prime. What are we saying here? You remember what we did with the first definition. There we had a situation where we had an equation, exactly the same equation, and X is equal to Y. So if X is equal to Y, then the left hand side becomes a singleton set. The right hand side also has to be a singleton set. So X prime has to be equal to Y prime. Then from this equation you can conclude that Y is equal to Y prime, because X is already equal to X prime. So that same procedure. So we assume X is not equal to Y. So from this we have X prime is not equal to Y prime. Okay. Since, okay, so X prime is not equal to Y prime. Now Y belongs to the left hand side, so Y must belong to the right hand side. if we assume that y is equal to x prime, then y will be equal to x, because x is equal to x prime already, and that will contradict this one, this assumption. Since x is not equal to y, comma x is equal to x prime, and y belongs to x prime comma y prime, we must have y is equal to y prime. So this assumption has led us to conclude that x is equal to x prime and y is equal to y prime in both the cases, if x is equal to y and x is not equal to y. So we have proved that this implies x is equal to x prime and y is equal to y prime, but now the condition is different than what we previously did. When x is not a set, okay, now we have to consider the case when x is a set. Next, assume x is a set. Okay, now it will be somewhat complicated. Now you cannot immediately conclude that x is equal to x prime, because now x is a set. It may be possible for x to be equal to this. Okay, so we have to go through all the situations. Okay, so now if x is a set, let us recall exercise 3.2.2. This exercise, the statement of this exercise was like this: if A is a set, then in the exercise we first showed that A does not belong to A. That was one part of the exercise. And another part says that if A and B are two sets, then either A does not belong to B or B does not belong to A. This is already done for us and we are going to use this. Okay, so now we have assumed that x is a set. So this is exercise 3.2.2. X will not belong to itself, x will not contain itself as an element. Okay. So what do we have then? I am getting confused again. We are given this since x belongs to x comma y, there is no doubt about this. Since x belongs to this set and x comma y is equal to x prime comma y prime, this and this. So x must belong to x prime comma y prime. Okay, can we conclude like that? Since x belongs to this, okay, is there a mistake here? Let me see. No, oh, I get the point now. X does not belong to x as an element. So since x belongs to this set, so this set cannot be equal to x. Do you see the strangeness here? Because we have assumed that x is a set, there is a possibility that x may be equal to this set. However, that is not possible because this set contains x as an element, and according to exercise 322, x will not contain itself. So x is not equal to this. Okay. So this implies, so if x is not equal to this, then x prime will also be not equal to this. I think that's what, yes. This. Okay. Now, if we suppose x is equal to x prime comma y prime, then okay, so if we suppose x is equal to x prime comma y prime, now what is our ultimate aim? Our ultimate aim is to prove that x is equal to x prime and y is equal to y prime. However, what happens if x is equal to the other set? It may be because now x is a set. Then what do we get? Then okay, so if x is equal to this, then we are forced to conclude that x prime is equal to this. Why is that so? It's because these two sets are equal. So if x is equal to this element, removing that element from both the sets results in again two equal sets, and from that equality you conclude that x prime is equal to this set. Okay, now what goes wrong if we have this? Now we use the second part of this exercise. Now since, okay, let me just see from here. I can't seem to remember the solution entirely. That's why I have written it down. Now since x prime belongs to x prime comma y prime, think of this as A and this as B. A already belongs to B. So B cannot belong to A because one of these two things must be true. We must have x prime comma y prime not belonging to x prime. But now we will get a contradiction. Okay, let us now see how we can write x prime. But x prime is equal to x comma y, that is coming from this, and x is equal to this, that also we have, because under this assumption, if we suppose, under this supposition, we are having all these things. Implies that this belongs to x prime. Okay, so you can see here that this set is an element of x prime, but we also at the same time must have this, so this is a contradiction. This proves that our last supposition is wrong. That is, we cannot have what we suppose, we cannot have this. So this cannot be equal to this, but this must belong to this set as an element. So the only possibility is that this has to be equal to x prime. Thus, we must have x is equal to x prime, and this implies x comma y is equal to x prime comma y prime. Okay. So now from this we have to again conclude that y is equal to y prime. Now here two cases arise. If x is equal to y, we can again proceed like before. To conclude y is equal to y prime. If x is not equal to y, then also we know how to conclude y is equal to y prime. You see, x is not equal to y means then x prime is not equal to y prime, because the left hand side will be a two element set, so the right hand side must also be a two element set. And here also, like before, we have y is equal to y prime. Okay. Where have we used the axiom of regularity in this solution, you may ask? We have used it indirectly because we are using exercise 3.2.2. In the solution to that exercise, we have used the axiom of regularity. Using that, we were able to prove that no set contains itself as an element, and additionally, if two sets are given, then both of them cannot contain the other as an element. So, with the new definition, ordered pairs, we have verified 3.5. So this can also be used as a valid definition for ordered pair. And here the solution finally ends. And this rests the question once and for all that whether the Cartesian product of two sets is again a set. Yes, it is, and we have in fact proved it. Then comes the second exercise.